Hope everybody's doing good this morning. My name is Chad Free, and I'm a wealth strategist. And I believe that true wealth is built from the inside out. And true wealth is an abundance of anything you value. I'm talking faith, family, just being present and having that internal peace and all that other stuff. It'll come, it'll be there. But I'm excited to be here today. Is Jada? Yeah, Jada. Me and that boy, we've been on the same page for the past 2 or 3 days. I don't know if he's like reading my mind or what, but he sent me a text, and that's exactly what I'm gonna talk about. I'm like, what the heck, man? He said, that's God. That's God. I'm like, right on, right on. So super excited to talk to you today. Today will be just a little bit short because I got a meeting in Greenville, which is probably 30, 40 minutes away, but I don't know about traffic. But listen to this. John Hart's on here. John Hart he's up in Tennessee somewhere, right? And he done set this meeting up for me in my hometown. I mean, that's the way you hear everybody say he's a connector. He's the connector. So he's got me going to Greenville and meeting a gentleman and that could better my business. And so I'm excited about that. Thank you, John Hart. Hope everybody's doing good. Let's jump right in. But before we do, and before I forget, let's say our affirmations. All right, everybody off mute. Come on. Everybody off mute. On three. 1, 2, 3. I am created on purpose for a purpose.
You are
You are created on purpose for a purpose.
on purpose for a purpose.
Beautiful. Now let me take you a swig of water because I'm about to get yayed up in this mug right off the get-go. I'll tell you something funny, and this just came to my mind. Jada, he's a coach at Hillcrest where my son plays, and he says from the start to the finish, where's your foot at? And the whole team on their neck. So they gonna come out punching them in the mouth, and we're gonna finish punching them in the mouth. So anyway, I had to share that. That was just a last minute thing. But I'm gonna come out the gate wide open. Talk to you about is the beauty of a restart. Every day we can have a restart. Every day. And I'm so thankful for that. I'm just gonna read his text if I could. He said, bro, God woke us up this morning, so therefore it was blessed to have another opportunity to live life to the fullest. Have a F3 type of day, purpose. And so what I want to talk to you about, if you don't notice, I talk about faith, I talk about family, and then I talk about finances every once in a while, right? And that's what I'm the finance guy, supposedly. But I get more excited talking about faith and family and just living life to the fullest. And that when you have that, man, that produces confidence, and you ain't worried about money. You're not worried about money. You're attracting opportunities and you stop chasing it. Trust me, because your confidence is there in who you are and the purpose that you have inside of you. So I believe really that when we have a revelation in our life, right, then that will create a revolution, and then we can hit that restart button and do things different. That's what I believe. Now I'm going to start out and I'm going to talk about my son. Y'all know I like to talk about my son, Jackson. Jackson last week had probably one of his worst games I've ever seen him play. He's a quarterback here at high school. He's a junior, and he's really just fun to watch. He is. I'm not just saying that because he's my son. He's just fun to watch, and he was not having a good day. The whole team was just not gelling. There's really couldn't point the finger at anything, but he wasn't having a good day. He wasn't performing well. He just seemed off. He seemed like he was in his head. And, he wasn't playing free, right? We noticed he was sort of playing to not make a mistake. You can't do that in life. You can't do that. See, failure is necessary for success. You've got to have failure. It's a part of the ingredients in order to have success. That'd be like cooking a nice cake with no sugar in it. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want a low-fat cake. Give me the low-fat cake, right? You got to have sugar in that thing for it to be good. Failure must happen in order for you to experience success. But let me tell you something. It's a two-edged sword, because the fear of failure, the fear of the failure is often what's preventing people from experiencing success. It's the thought of it. That approval addiction, or fear of rejection. I'm telling you, I'm bringing it. Don't think about rejection. Rejection doesn't exist. Some will, some won't. So what? Next. It wasn't meant for you. Right? But I want to talk about Jackson. You see, he cared. I cared. I didn't know. Look, we don't put football way up here, but that's his platform. That's his platform that he uses to literally share his faith, to be a good example, to lead, and he cares about it. So he takes it serious. As a mom and dad, I'm not that dad that says, well, you should have done this. You should have done that. You'll know better next time. I'm not that guy, because I see him giving 110% all the time. And people are going to make mistakes. People are not going to be perfect. He's far from perfect. I'm far from perfect. So literally, my wife and I prayed because we were bummed. Let me tell you how bad it was. He usually has a slew of people. Jade will tell you, he usually has a slew of people here to watch him. And we're right there to go on the field to give him a hug and take, people want pictures and all that stuff. We got down there, Jackson wasn't there. He was gone. He went to the locker room. And I know him. So my gut feeling, I didn't even expect to get emotional. I didn't see that coming, guys. I usually forewarn y'all. He told me, he said, I was scared I'd break down. He just wasn't in the mood to talk to anybody right then. And, it ain't like a scraped knee or nothing. And I'm not crying over football. This is the left. See, I'm already anticipating the lesson on the other side of this thing. But the boy had never gone through something like that. He has to go through it to grow through it. See, that was necessary. While it was horrible, my mom and dad don't like me, or my mom don't like me saying that, but it sucked. It wasn't good. But he had to go through that because he had to experience it to grow his mental toughness. And see, he had a revelation through talking with a few coaches. Then he had his revolution that I just got to go out there and be me. I got to play free. That's what one of the coaches said. He's like, no pun intended, because I know it's your last name, but you need to just go out there and play free. Play Jackson free football. That's what you do best. And so, guess what? He hit the restart button. He hit the restart button Saturday going into Monday. He decided, he made a decision. He was not going to dabble with this anymore. He decided that I'm going to go out here. I'm going to be the best leader I can for my team. I'm going to give it 110%, and I'm going to play free. I'm not going to play to make mistakes. Now, thank God that I was, able to assist in that just a little bit because of my coaching that I've received. But he went out and he said he's had one of the best practices that he's had all year. Control Alt Delete. That's right. He had one of the best practices. So, Jada, Anthony Harris is the one that kind of really said this, and it carried me on to make me name it this title. I saw him. That's one of the receivers' dads. I saw him on the sideline before the game starts. I'm like, trusting for a better week, or trusting for a better night tonight. He said, "Oh, it's going to be a better night. That's the reason we wake up in the morning. That's why we wake up every day. It's a new day. It's a new start." And that just followed me. It's a new day. It's a new start. We have unlimited access to the restart button. Unlimited. Well, just let me share. Jackson ended up going out there and he threw 15 for 17. That means he threw it 17 times and they caught it 15 times. Pretty good. He had 305 yards in the air. 4 touchdowns. He only played the first half. They took him out. Put the second guy in. To see my boy having fun, it's not about football. It's about his confidence. It's about making a decision. It's about realizing that he's not just participating, he's pursuing. And that's how I'm wrapping this up. Are you just participating or are you pursuing? Are you going with the flow or are you pursuing greatness? And y'all know me. I'm not going to keep it all gray and blank. Are you pursuing your purpose, who God created you to be? See, guys, I get emotional about this because I care about it. All the stuff that you go through, everything that you go through, when you realize that revelation hits you and you can have a revolution and you can hit that restart button, guess what? Every ugly, good, bad, pretty thing that's happened to you in your life is nothing but equipping you for life 2.0. But when are you going to say enough is enough? I don't want to do it like this anymore. And it's not just a one-time event. That's why there's an unlimited access to the reset button, to the restart. To see him having fun. I mean, golly. I'm not going to brag too much more. Number enough. And he had fun. And he's smiling. And guess what? He's got the second long. I'm getting somewhere with this. I told you I wasn't going to brag no more. He held the second longest touchdown pass in school history. He got that last year as a sophomore. 5A school. Then at the first of the year, he tied for the third longest touchdown pass in school history. The second string quarterback, he went in and played second half. Guess what? He threw a touchdown pass that tied Jackson for the second longest touchdown pass. Guess who was the first one out on the field? Jackson. We can learn something from them youngins. I'm serious. We can learn things. I just loved seeing that resilience. So as I wrap up, like I said, it'll be a little short, but are you participating or are you pursuing? And is it time for you to hit a restart? See, sometimes we don't realize we need that until you get some high-tech redneck screaming at you first thing on Monday morning on a Zoom. Oh God, that's a good idea. That he might be talking to me. We don't realize that sometimes, but I am letting you know that you might not have that easy button, physically, but in my mind, it looks like that. It's a red button and it says restart right on the top of it. And you can hit that every single day, as many times as you want to. But be mindful that it's there for you to hit instead of just participating and going with the flow and standing on the sidelines, hoping some kind of leftovers shake out in your favor because you're called to get in the game. You are. You're created on purpose for purpose. You're one of one. You have no competition except for yourself and to be the best version of yourself that you can be. Now, look, most of y'all know me, and I am unashamed about this. But guess what? I'm about to give you the step-by-step on how to do that. You ready? You can have as much of God in your life as you desire. I'm going to say it one more time. You can have as much of God in your life as you desire. He's not going to move in your life if he's not first place. He doesn't take second place. I lived my whole life. I was in church and all that good stuff, da 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 da. But I didn't know what it was like to depend on him until I had to depend on him. And I decided to hit that restart button. And my life has never been the same since. And a lot of people out there are a human doing, living that life as a human doing. When you are created, you are a human being. You can't do it by yourself. You've carried this stuff on your shoulders, they're burdens, because your family depends on you, and all these other people depend on you. And some of you can't even take a pure, deep breath when you inhale because you're so tensed and you have peace and so much anxiety in your life because you know that it's all on your shoulders, and it's been that way. That was me. I'm sitting here saying some of you, you know why I'm doing that? Because I was equipped. I had to go through that mess to get to the miracle. I had to go through the junk to get to the other side. Now look, also when I to the other side, I'm still a jacked up son of a gun. I mess up every day. I had the good, bad, and ugly still happen to me. I'm not exempt from any of that. But I've got I have that peace that passes all understanding that I used to sing about and just didn't understand it, just assumed I had it. And that's why I can say amen when I say your purpose is paved with potholes. And if you can't have a victory without a battle. And if you avoid the battle, you'll never experience your giants being slayed in your life. He's not going to move in your life if he's not first. Because he don't take second place. So guys, man, I laughed, I cried, and I got hooked up. You got it all of me. That's me too. That's me. That's me. I don't pretend. I don't pretend. I am who I am, right? So listen, I care about you. I appreciate you. I love you. I'm here for you. I am here for you. If you ever want to talk, I don't keep my business separated from my faith. It's all integrated with me. Remember, I said this before. I no longer keep my little Jesus tab open on my computer where I can open it up whenever. Nope. My operating system is God. And it's a life changing, but it's your decision. All right, I got to stop talking.